Across the vast African savanna, where heat, dust, and harsh conditions are part of everyday life, there are creatures that seem almost unbeatable. But even this giant has enemies so small they are easy to overlook. They do not leap out from the grass. There is no roar, no claws. They simply cling silently to folds of skin behind the ears, beneath the neck, around the shoulders, feeding on blood and causing discomfort little by little. They are ticks, flies, and other tiny parasites. With such a massive body and so many hard-to-reach areas, an elephant cannot fully clean itself. It can flap its ears, swing its trunk, rub against trees, or roll in mud to reduce irritation. But that is still not enough. And this is when the savanna's little doctors appear. From the nearby acacia branches, oxpeckers watch carefully. They are small, quick, and alert. Their claws curve like tiny hooks, and their short, sharp beaks work like natural tweezers. When they land on the elephant's back, they are not simply looking for a safe place to perch. They are stepping onto a gigantic dining table. One by one, the birds move across the elephant's thick, wrinkled skin. They grip firmly with their claws, use their tails for balance, then bend down and pick ticks from deep skin folds. For the birds, this is a rich source of food. For the elephant, it is relief from silent bloodsuckers. What makes this relationship special is the trust between the two species. The birds can approach very sensitive areas behind the ears, beneath the neck, and even near the elephant's eyes. The elephant remains still. It only blinks slowly or gently flaps its ears. It does not panic. It does not drive them away, because it has grown used to the presence of these tiny companions. But this relationship is not always perfect. In nature, symbiosis is not a fairy tale. Oxpeckers can be attracted to scratched skin or to areas where parasites gather in large numbers. Sometimes, the elephant may twitch its skin, feel sensitive, or show slight discomfort. This reminds us that cooperation in the wild always has its limits. Yet still, it can bring great benefits to both sides. After the rain, the ground becomes damp. Mud clings to the elephant's legs and belly. Moist areas of skin become active zones for parasites. But at the same time, this gives the oxpeckers even more opportunities to feed. They fly up to avoid splashing mud, then quickly land again on higher spots and continue their work. A mother elephant stands beneath the shade of a tree, protecting her calf. The calf is still restless, not calm enough for the birds to perch for long. But the mother is different. She stands still, slightly tilting her neck, allowing the birds to reach the tick-covered skin beneath it. 3 oxpeckers work together. Each one chooses a small area. They move carefully and continuously remove parasites from the damp folds of skin. Here, we see a very clear lesson. Good day, everyone. Today, we are stepping into the heart of the wild African continent to look at a creature that commands respect, awe, and deep admiration: the African elephant. When we think of the African wilderness, our minds often fly to the lion, but the true monarch of this landscape is the elephant. Weighing up to 7 tons and standing as tall as 4 meters, the African elephant is the largest land mammal on Earth. But to truly understand these giants, we have to look past their massive size and explore their incredible intelligence, emotional depth, and vital role in nature. There are actually 2 distinct species: the African bush elephant, which roams the open plains, and the slightly smaller African forest elephant, which navigates the dense jungles of Central Africa. Take a look at their most iconic feature: the trunk. An elephant's trunk is a masterpiece of evolution. It contains over 40,000 individual muscles but has no bones. It is delicate enough to pick a single blade of grass, yet strong enough to rip branches off trees. It serves as a nose, an arm, a snorkel, and a straw, capable of holding up to 8 liters of water at a time. Then, notice their enormous ears. Shaped remarkably like the African continent itself, these ears act as a natural cooling system. By flapping them, elephants can cool the blood rushing through the tiny vessels in their ears, lowering their overall body temperature in the scorching African heat. Even their thick, wrinkled skin is designed to trap moisture and mud, protecting them from the blistering sun and biting insects. Beyond their physical marvels, the emotional and social lives of African elephants are deeply fascinating. They live in a complex, matriarchal society. This means families are led by the oldest, wisest female, the matriarch. She holds the survival blueprint for the entire herd, remembering where to find water during severe droughts and how to navigate dangerous terrain. Elephants are among the few animals that display profound empathy. They celebrate births, defend one another from predators, and mourn their dead. When a herd member passes away, they will often stand in silent vigil around the body for days, gently touching the bones with their trunks. Their communication is equally sophisticated. They act as natural cooling systems, releasing body heat and helping the elephant survive under the intense African sun. The elephant's trunk is perhaps its most remarkable feature. Made up of more than 40,000 individual muscles, it is powerful enough to uproot small trees, yet delicate enough to pick up a single blade of grass or a ripe piece of fruit without damaging it. The trunk is used for drinking, breathing, smelling, communicating, bathing, and expressing affection toward other elephants. African elephants live in close-knit family herds, led by an experienced matriarch. Her knowledge of water sources, migration routes, and hidden dangers is essential to the survival of the entire group. Young calves are constantly protected, and whenever danger approaches, the adults immediately form a protective circle around them, placing the youngest members safely in the center. This remarkable behavior reflects the deep bonds and cooperation that define elephant society. Despite their immense size and strength, African elephants face serious threats. Habitat loss, prolonged droughts, and illegal poaching for ivory continue to reduce their populations across the continent. Protecting these magnificent animals is not only about saving a single species, it is also about preserving the delicate balance of the African ecosystem, where elephants play a vital role in shaping the landscape and supporting countless other forms of life. The African elephant is far more than a symbol of power. It represents intelligence, memory, compassion, and the enduring strength of family. Every slow, steady step it takes leaves a lasting mark on the story of the wild.